Yet the husband was no leader at his company, only a low-rank employee constantly teetering on the brink of layoffs. He had pulled consecutive all-nighters for an entire week to finish a project proposal, only for his boss to brush it aside with a casual line that the project was cancelled, invalidating all his work. To make matters worse, this was payday. His salary hit his bank account, only to get instantly drained by automatic deductions for various loans. Staring at the mere 7,000 plus yuan left in his bank balance, the man's shoulders slumped heavily. To survive in this city, that sum was not even enough to cover the baby's month-long expenses for formula and diapers. The weight of life pressed down on him like a towering mountain, robbing him of every breath. On his way home, glancing at fashionably dressed girls along the street, the husband suddenly thought of his own wife. She too had once been stunning, so fond of dressing up. Yet now, for the sake of this family, to save money, life had worn her down until she looked like a middle-aged housewife. Guilt washed over him all at once. Passing by a shopping mall, he dipped into his already limited savings and bought his wife a box of high-end face cream she had long craved, but never dared to buy for herself. Imagining the smile on her face when she received the gift, he told himself every bit of hardship was worth it. But when he walked out of the mall holding the present, he found a 200 yuan parking ticket stuck to his car window. That was enough money for several days of his meals. Worse still, somewhere along the way, a long deep scratch had appeared on the car body. When he reached the downstairs of their apartment building, the man did not head upstairs right away. Instead, he sat quietly inside his dark car. This was the private moment belonging to a middle-aged man. Only here, he did not belong to the company, nor to his family, only to himself. To avoid bringing his bad mood back home, he got out and lit a cigarette. Amid swirling tobacco smoke, he tried to calm his inner restlessness. Just then, a supervisor he got along well with gave him a call, referring a side job to him and telling him to finish the proposal as soon as possible. This unexpected opportunity filled him with hope for life again. The man, who had felt stifled the whole day, finally felt some relief in his mood. He adjusted his expression, snuffed out his cigarette, forced a smile onto his face, and pushed open the front door. He wanted to pull his wife into a hug, to tell her that even though times were tough, he was still trying his best. Yet what greeted him was his wife's cold stare, and the cigarette pack thrown onto the floor. The man offered no retort. He simply picked up the cigarette silently, for he knew how hard his wife had it taking care of the baby, and he was filled with guilt. The reason he opened his computer and scrolled through short-form videos the second he walked in was not to fool around. He was racing against time, to study competing client accounts, gathering reference materials for that make-or-break proposal. The scattered shoes and socks all over the floor were just an instinctive reaction from his overtaxed body. After a full week of non-stop high-intensity work, he was utterly worn out, too exhausted even to bend down and straighten his shoes. While he was fully absorbed in thinking over the proposal, the supervisor sent a message asking for a phone call to go over details. He hurried toward the balcony to take the call, and accidentally spotted the milk bottle had fallen under the table. He instinctively reached down to pick it up, but blocked by his line of sight and flustered from rushing, he crashed straight into the table and knocked over the unsealed bag of breast milk. He felt terrible about it. But on the other end of the line was the supervisor holding this life-saving opportunity. Spilled milk lay right in front of him. After weighing his options, he had no choice but to let his wife clean up the mess, while he dealt with work first. His cheerful-sounding tone while taking the call outside the door was nothing more than an adult's workplace act. He was smiling and humbling himself before the client.